Good morning everyone. Today is the 16th of May and we are going to discuss Australia. Today is the second time when we devote our time to this topic. So today we are going to discuss first of all some aspects of the language that people speak in Australia, a little bit grammar, and we'll start from a listening task. But before we start listening, we need to revise some words that may be either new for you or you discussed it during the previous lesson. The first word is hemisphere. You remember that Australia is situated in the southern hemisphere and we are in the northern one. Then the next word is to range, approximately, which means приблизительно. Then there are some words that mean animals, kangaroo, emu, a kind of a bird, platypus. Then the native people who live in Australia are called the Aborigines. Then governor and society. So you will need these words while doing this listening task. Your task will be to fill in the gaps that you see in the text. So they are marked by the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. All in all there are 15 gaps. The words that you will insert are given at the top of the page. Let's have a look at them. Unique, Australia, climate, tourists, population, desert, land, believed, beaches, as, society, island, between, colony, Europeans. Now be attentive. Prepare, please, the papers and the pens. You will put down the words and then we won't check them together. You will send them to your teachers. It will be a part of your homework after this video. So be attentive, please. Take your pens and papers and write down the words. Let's start.
Australia is an island continent located in the southern hemisphere. It lies between the Pacific and Indian Oceans and has a land area of over 7 million square kilometres. The climate in Australia ranges from tropical in the far north to temperate in the south. Approximately 1/3 of Australia is desert. Because it is a geographically isolated country, Australia has many animals that are unique. Some of these are the kangaroos, koalas, emus, dingoes and platypuses. The first people to come to Australia were the Aborigines. It is believed that they arrived here about 60,000 years ago. In 1770, Captain Cook was the first European to land on the east coast to claim Australia for Britain. In 1788, Governor Phillip arrived in Port Jackson, now Sydney, to set up the first colony. Originally, it was a place for British prisoners. When the Europeans came to stay, there were approximately 300,000 Aboriginal people living in Australia. The population of Australia reached 20 million in 2005. Sydney is the largest city with 4,305,500 people as at July 2004. Australia is a multiracial and multicultural society where people from over 200 countries have made Australia their home. When tourists visit Australia, they can visit such places as the Great Barrier Reef off the Queensland coast, Sydney with its beaches, the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge, and numerous other places, too many to mention here. Whether a visitor likes the country or city, there is much to see here in Australia.
So that's the end of the listening task. I hope that you understood everything in this text, and from my point of view there are some interesting facts about the history of this country. So the first man, the first European who came to the East Coast and who claimed Australia for Britain was Captain James Cook. Then also I think it's a rather interesting fact that Sydney used to be called Port Jackson, and that it was a place that it was originally the place for British prisoners. So some rather interesting facts. Now we are going to discuss some grammar. Your task here will be to fill in the gaps with question words. Question words are what, where, why, who, and so on. Now I give you several minutes. Maybe it is better for you to stop the video and do this task by yourselves. The questions are all devoted to Australia, so let's get started. Prepare your pens and papers, stop the video and fill in the gaps. This won't be your home task, we'll check it together. So, do the task, please. Now, to save the time, I hope that you have stopped the video to do this exercise. And now let's check it. What will the local time be in Sydney when the flight arrives there? Who is flying to Sydney? Who is going on business trip to Australia? When does the flight to Canberra leave from Sydney? What does he have to do before the flight to Canberra? Who is meeting Mr. Rumbler in Canberra? Where is Mr. Rumbler staying in Australia? What are they going to do in Australia? What will Mr. Rumbler be surrounded by in Australia? When is he going to book tickets to Uluru? What is Uluru? When is Mr. Rumbler going back home? When does his plane leave? Sorry, there is a misprint. Of course, it is not L-I-V-E, but L-E-A-V-E, leave. Who is he flying with? Now, we are going to discuss the language that people speak in Australia. Of course, you know that it is English, but is it the same as in Britain? Of course not. Australian English began to form from British English after the first settlers who set up the colony of New South Wales arrived in 1788. By 1820, their speech was already different from the British English. Australian English arose from early settlers, поселенцы, yes, who were from a great variety of regions of Great Britain and Ireland, and quickly developed into a distinct variety of English, which differs considerably from most other varieties of English in vocabulary, accent, pronunciation, register, grammar, and spelling. So from this text you see that Australian English is different from British English in different aspects, in vocabulary, in grammar, in spelling, and so on. And now we are going to watch a video, and you will hear the difference between these three languages.
Hey, I'm Jenny from England.
Hi, I'm Lucy from the States.
And I'm Tegan from Australia.
We're going to show you some differences between our pronunciation and vocabulary.
No way of speaking English is any better than any other.
They're just different, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Tomato,
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 banana,
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 girl,
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 vitamin,
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 modern,
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 Australia,
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 yogurt,
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 dance,
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 moustache,
mustache,
moustache,
a little bottle of water,
a little bottle of water,
a little bottle of water,
McDonald's,
Mickey D's,
Macca's,
biscuit,
cookie,
Bicky,
sweets,
candy,
lollies,
swimming costume,
swimsuit,
togs, or cosy, or bathers, or swimmers, Depends where you're from.
Bathroom.
Restroom.
Dunny.
Flat.
Apartment.
Unit.
The shops.
Grocery store.
Supermarket.
Duvet.
Comforter.
Doona.
The forest.
The woods.
The bush.
Pepper.
Bell pepper.
Capsicum.
Okay, so now you see that these three languages are quite different, though all of these states have English as an official language, and all of them speak in all the people in the state in these countries speak English. So this is the end of our today's video, and your home task will be, first of all, to do some exercises in your students' books in writing, exercise 10 and 11, page number 115, 116, and slide 3 with the text that you were listening to. Fill in the gaps and send the words to your teacher. Thank you very much for your attention. See you.